If the Oreo crumbs are getting taken, I'm like, picking crumbs.
What's the point of working at a restaurant though if you can't like steal shit?
Steal stuff, right?
Bro, I never pay for a meal. Don't tell my ex-boss. I think once when I first started, I bought food and people were looking at me as like,
are you dumb?
Well, you work in the kitchen though, right?
yeah.
You just make your own food.
A lot. That's what I used to do because I used to work at a restaurant in college and I just make my lunch all the time. So,
bro, but I the first time is because I always got scared. Cause I'm like, oh, you can't just be making food while you're new. You're easily fired. Like my bosses see me make food and they're like, hey, you're not supposed to. I'm like, I know, my bad.
Floyd, what are we gonna do with you?
You still in college? Did you just say fuck it and you're doing this full time, bro? And if you are saying fuck it and you're doing this full time, keep at it, bro. Just keep fucking at it because you found your shit.
Happy Halloween.
I've been on the road working hard these last 2 weeks. In and out of studios, body different beats. At 23, people graduate with degrees. While I left school to pursue all of my dreams.
We're having our Halloween specials. The scariest podcast on Apple Music or Apple
Music,
Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Don't check it out.
Yo, it's your boy Merle Code, aka Maury J. Blage, aka Modi C, aka I will never find another lover sweeter than you. Jeez, there you go. Aka One Bizur Mo Di Raja. Aka tell your girl to meet me at the corner at the parking lot garage. Yeah, I'm an artist from Toronto. Making music, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all that shit. If you're an artist from Toronto, you want to make music with me, link me up, and yeah, we'll make some tracks.
And it's me, SK, aka Glizzy McGuire, aka I can't remember if it was your first brown guy or your favorite brown guy. Something with brown guy. Your first and favorite brown guy. I have a book on Amazon Kindle from Hello to Heartbreak through the interview. Just check that out. $2.99. Yeah.
And you already know it's your boy Floyd, aka the dark-skinned Bill Gates.
Okay. All right.
See, I just changed.
Also, don't check the analytics.
Don't check the analytics. Don't check the analytics. Don't Google that. Don't Google
Bill
it.
Gates gets bitches now. He be fucking employees in the building.
Apparently.
No, he does. Really? He's a billionaire. Of course he does.
100%.
Bro,
he's a wild boy.
And who's gonna stop him?
Right?
No one.
Not Melinda, apparently.
Didn't she become one of the most wealth, or is that Jeff's?
That was Jeff Bezos' wife. When they divorced.
Who's a fatty, by the way.
Is she?
Bezos, his wife.
Oh, we figured. It did sound like you were talking about Jeff Bezos, though.
That bald ass head, bro.
Yo, Jeff's kind of a baddie stuff.
He kind of is.
Yo, he can catch it still. Are bald guys in? Do bald guys get pussy? They probably get pussy.
Nigga.
Yeah. Freaking, who's bald? I don't even know.
And
I was about to say Morris Chestnut. That's
They've
it.
been getting pussy for decades. The man has intergenerational, pull. My grandma, my mom.
Everybody
loved Morris Chestnut.
Who else is bald? I don't know.
Michael Jordan, Tupac when he was alive.
I've never heard of a girl being like, ooh,
No.
Michael Jordan. You see that?
No.
But he was a good looking guy though when he was
Kobe
younger.
was pretty good looking.
Was he bald or was he just his hair was just low?
Nah, I think Michael Jordan was just
Michael Jordan?
skin
No,
bald.
Kobe.
Oh,
Kobe was bald, bro.
Kobe
Was
was
he?
bald? Alright,
Yeah.
who else was bald?
Kobe went bald. When Shaq? No.
Shaq
Shamar
was.
Moore.
When Shaq?
Shamar
went.
Moore. Shamar
Oh,
Moore.
but
He's bald too.
I seen him in a movie recently. Man had a weird goatee. What movie was that in?
No, he had braids. And
No,
fucking
that was
Oh, the cap.
yo,
Tyler Perry movie.
Y'all are
Tyler Perry
dissing,
is a menace.
What's
Too
his
funny.
name? Common?
Comment. Oh,
Oh
comment.
yeah, Common. He gets bare bitches.
Bro, that's what
Common
I'm
gets bare
saying.
bitches.
And he's a really good rapper.
Why when he bringing up black men though? Ain't no handsome.
Do you know any bald white men?
Friggin' Jason Statham or whatever.
He has short hair.
He's balding.
Is he?
Like,
Yeah, but
because his
he's
hair
not
comes
bald.
in and it comes here.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, if you don't got hair on the top center of your head, bro, you're bald.
I forgot the guy existed.
I don't know.
Jason Alexander.
Like a pushback hairline can work if it's like a little bit, you can work with a pushback hairline. But if there's none on the top of your head, you're bald.
That's gotta be cause shout out to Darius, cause he was no, I'm not roasting. Floyd used to roast Darius for his hairline for years, and then Darius just finally went bald, and he looks good, dude.
Yes,
He looks
guy
good,
told
dude.
him to go bald.
Yo,
he was because he was trying to save it. And I remember one time it was just too far back.
It's too far gone.
I'm like, why even line it up?
People used to make fun of Tory Lanez for that too. And he went and spent $30,000 on getting a hairline. So
LeBron too. LeBron used to catch the joke.
Yeah.
Oh no, but LeBron's
and Tyga.
Tiger too.
Yeah.
But Tyga, I feel like of all of them, had the best like hair transplant.
Yeah.
I didn't even think he had it.
It just looked like it was a good time.
Yo, what they do, like PRP, like they took like blood and they just spit it and they just put it back in your head.
Yeah, that's what they did.
That's pretty sick.
But Tori got his guy. I don't know who the fuck.
I did that on my face, PRP.
You did PRP?
Did you?
So your beard's not real? God damn, this guy got a BBL beard.
It's where they gave my kidney stolen. No, not on my beard. Not on my beard area. Up here for acne. I don't know. Apparently it's supposed to for acne. I didn't get it like down here because I had my beard at the time, right? So they like shit my beard.
I was like, no way should be beard on
He
fish.
said, ain't no way. Hold up. I had this beard when I had it.
That's crazy.
Did it work?
Yeah. I don't have any pictures from like when I had my face was like really bad because on my Facebook, I deleted it, but like it was very noticeable. Like people would see me. Like for example, Carlos came back from Thunder Bay after a while, and he saw me like when my face was like all like had a bunch of acne scars and stuff like that. He's like, "Yo, what happened to you? You look so different." Because my face is all scarred from acne. Because I also have like really bad hyperpigmentation, and I like to pick like scabs, things like that. So I went and did that. And I did microneedling. I did microdermabrasions and a bunch of stuff. I did like I think it's called IPL, photofacial, or whatever the hell it's called. I did a bunch of things, and I guess it worked. Yeah. My face isn't 100% clear because I still got like little marks and stuff, but
Hey man, you still get girls though. That's all
Thanks,
that matters.
man.
And Key, you didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, it's Key, your favorite girl in Witness Protection Program?
Dang.
You'll never find her.
Mrs. Sia, Mrs. Blurred Visuals at all times.
I'm dead. AKA 5 from Codename Kids Next Door.
All right.
So yeah, welcome to the podcast. What's your first topic?
This is Halloween, so we're getting into the
getting
real
spooky.
life.
The spookiness.
In the spooky.
Yeah, real life ghost stories, guys. You're about to hear them terrifying Duppy tales.
And we're Jamaican. Well, at least 3/4. Well, 2.5 Jamaicans. That should have been the name of the podcast.
It should be
2.5 Jamaicans. What about me?
2.5 Jamaicans
And a random brown guy.
That doesn't flow.
we could do Caribbeans. Like
We just do 4 Caribbeans.
No, 3 because you're half Caribbean. Me
I'm
and
also
Fleur.
half.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
It'd be 3.
Caribbeans,
3
yeah,
Caribbeans.
sure.
It'd throw people off because you're like, isn't there 4 people?
I hear 4 voices. What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
Anyways, yeah. So Jamaicans, we always have ghost stories.
Always.
Oh, they always have Duppy story.
Always.
Duppy tale for tell.
Who wants to go first?
Ooh. Who's got the most? I feel like you have a story because you just.
It can be real stories from your own life and family, or people
These
you've
are
heard.
real stories we're about to share.
They're real stories, but they don't have to just be yours.
No.
Because Mo's not gonna be like, when I was in Jamaica and Bush and
I want to run past me and touch my foot.
I'm dead. No, okay. So my thing, my mom told me to whenever you go to a funeral, never ever ever step
Leave
on-
with your back facing it.
No, not that. But that's
supposed to walk
what my
backwards.
mom told me, but not that one.
Oh.
Never ever step on someone's grave.
oh
You're not
you're not
supposed
supposed to.
People
Oh,
do that shit all the
disrespectful.
time, but I never, because my mom told me a story about how my grandpa did that one time. Broke his ankle. Not sprained. He broke his ankle on someone's grave.
Bro, you actually look at an ankle and you're wondering how the fuck you break this shit?
Yeah, right?
Bare bones.
Bare bones. It's like breaking an engine, like really.
Yeah, you have to, like,
There's
put
so many
effort into
moving
it to break
pieces
it.
in it. Oh,
What's
fuck.
Those
Yeah,
are
so
also
she's-
interesting.
Yeah, so she stepped on, my grandpa stepped on somebody's grave and broke his ankle. And she's like, ever since then, you don't do it, bro. It's a curse, so
Oh my
that's
God.
one.
Pretty.
Okay.
Are we just going in this
Whichever,
order?
Let's go.
whoever got your stories.
Let's hear it. Set the
So-
scene, SK.
So, I have a story from when I was younger.
Ooh.
This shit about to be crazy.
Set the setting. Where are we?
3 Knightsbridge, apartment 60 something.
Nice,
Nice, Bridge.
nice, bridge.
Oh my God. Lord is mercy.
I'm scared already.
3 Knightsbridge, apartment 609. I think is the number. I don't actually remember the number.
Yes.
There was my dad always told us that place was so haunted, or like there was something wrong with it, that the person who lived there moved next door because they just didn't like the area, or they didn't like that specific one, right? So basically, one of the stories was one time I was younger. We had 3 rooms. We had my mom's room, we had my room, and then we had my sister's room, right? In my room, like my aunt used to live with us because she used to like mainly take care of me. So she was in my room. My mom and dad were in their room, and then I was sleeping in my sister's room, right? No, my sister was there too. And one time, I don't know, I think I heard a noise or something, and I got up and I went to the living room, and I saw like my mom standing there. So I don't know what she was doing. She's just standing there. So I went up to her and I'm like, "Mommy?" And she looks at me and she just shakes her head. So I get scared and I run to my parents' room and my mom and dad are sleeping.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
That dopey said, I ain't your mama, bitch.
Not today.
That is so crazy.
Where your mom at, nigga? Where your mom's at?
That is so crazy.
What? This man said, mommy? Duffy said.
Nah.
You thought.
No, that actually kind of got me. The thing about me, I think I talked about it on the podcast.
That
I'm
you're
terrified of scary. I don't like anything that like just is too. I don't like scary. Shamid said that he's like, oh, that was nice. I was like, what do you mean, bro? I used to get scared.
Nice wholesome story,
bro. I used to get scared at like you ever see like a show and at the end it's like a question mark like
yeah, those would fuck me up.
You used to get scared too, right?
Yeah, it'd be like
a little offbeat. I'm like, what do you mean it's not over? What do you mean question mark?
Or like at the end of like everything you always see like the villain shake a little bit.
No, no.
Have you seen Sinister?
No, I attempted to watch Sinister and then
you
know what part I stopped?
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Remember the end with the?
No, you know what part I stopped? You know what part I stopped? When the man brought the box in and the box started doing box shit, I'm like, no.
Stop doing box shit. He said, I ain't no way.
That's funny.
I'm like, no way, bro.
That's a real. Did you ever tell your family like?
No, so it was like when I was like young too, right? My sister knows it more than me because she was awake too. I just like left the room.
How old were you? Like 5?
Probably like 4, 3, around there.
See, I wouldn't have believed you if I was an adult and a 4-year-old told me that shit. I'd be like, I'd go back to sleep.
Nah, see,
no,
nah, see,
adult children.
No. Like children see stuff. We have all these experiences. Every time in movies, I see like white people and they're like the kids like, oh, I see a ghost, and the kid and the parents are like, nah, and then the ghost ends up like murdering their whole family, possessing the kid. Nah.
That's what happened in Child's Play.
There you go.
Look, little Andy was like what 5 years old in his first Child's Play, and like nobody believed him.
There's a talking doll trying to murder me.
A lot.
Nah, a talking doll murders him. Like,
I would at least have to ask some questions. Like, they immediately just shrug it off. They're like, oh, yeah, fucking bull. Right. Yeah, it is.
Nah. And then the kids bring, like, a picture of, like, a demon with no eyes, and you're like, huh.
Bro.
Kids have a crazy imagination, please.
But like, they'll draw it constantly, and you're like,
that's weird.
Circles, like, in the freaking ring or whatever. Their mouths are rolling.
I guess that kind of leads into my scary story. It's not necessarily a ghost story, but it's freaky. So when I was little, I used to have dreams of my grandfather, my dad's dad, my mom's dad. I always seen.
Oh, okay.
But my dad's dad, because my dad lost contact with his dad. Okay. I always had dreams of this man. I was very unlike.
Did you know he was your grandfather at the time?
I did. In the dream, he identified as my grandfather.
Interesting.
Those were his pronouns. Grand and father. I'm kidding. You can keep that. I don't think it's that offensive. So I told my dad, and my dad immediately didn't shut it down. He was like, "What?" Because I was describing the man. He's like, "That's my dad."
So you've never seen him.
I haven't seen it. There was no photos or nothing. So my dad was like, "What?" So we eventually planned the trip because my grandfather lived in Germany. So we went out there, met my grandfather. He was like so excited to see us because he's like, "Yo, I've been needing to see you kids." Because me and my sister, I think I was like 5 and my sister was 7.
Okay.
I think a month after we visited my grandfather, I had another dream that he passed.
No way.
And then my dad's like, "What?" And then we got a call that same morning that he passed.
Oh no.
Yeah. So my dad was so shook. He's like, "Don't have dreams about my mom."
He's like, "Easy, that's already been."
So I had
literally.
Yeah. So I basically had a dream of this man that I finally got to meet, and I also had a dream of his death.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Don't dream about me, please.
I have another one, but you can go.
Oh yes, I want to hear your.
I have one that happened to me like a month ago.
Okay. We gotta go a circle. We gotta do a circle. We gotta do a
This is
circle.
craziness.
I have 2, but the first one I'll talk about is I don't know if your family does this, but my grandpa. No, she said yeah. Oh. My grandpa. Every time someone is pregnant in the family, he has a dream of fish.
Fish dream.
Fish dreams are real, yo.
It's real because we predicted some pregnancies.
Shameed's probably like, "What?"
Jamaican people. If you dream of
fish, someone is pregnant.
Young belly in the house.
Bro, that is so, and it's never wrong. It's so accurate. I don't understand. Science can't explain it, but it's a thing.
My auntie had a crazy one because basically, my auntie had a dream that there's a big pregnancy because she's just seen a big fish. And you're like, how can you have a big pregnancy?
Twins?
Crazier than that.
She had a dream of Elton John.
No. So we had to ask the family. We're like, yo, who's pregnant in the family? Because my auntie just seen a big fish. Someone's having bear pitney. So my first one, my auntie, who my auntie does. I don't have to explain the relationship.
It's your
whatever.
auntie.
And my auntie, she's like, all right, I just like I'm actually like 3 months pregnant. Yeah.
Okay.
And then my sister is like, yo, I'm actually a month pregnant.
I'm dead.
We're like, you're 3. No, my auntie was 6. My sister was 3 months pregnant.
That's
so we're
crazy.
like, what? And then my other auntie, she's like, yo, I just missed my period. They all had babies 3 months apart from each other.
No way. That's the big fit.
That's the big fish. So you're like twins? Oh, almost like triplets.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys are gonna have fun growing up. That's crazy. Lucky
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
That's what it
Fish
is, bro.
dream. Fish dream is
Fish
young
dream
belly.
for real, bro.
Young belly.
real.
Keys, say your story.
Okay. So, when I was in high school, my grandfather passed away. And in Jamaican culture, we have something called Nine Night. So on the 9th night, there's a big old celebration of their life, so on and so forth. And at the time, my family had just moved into the house they're living in. And so my grandfather never got to see it because he had passed very suddenly. And so at the time, we're sleeping on like mattresses on the floor because we just moved into the house. So my brothers and I are in one room. My parents are in their own room. And I hear like...
Oh my God. Footsteps?
9 steps. I can tell you, 9 steps up the stairs.
Yo,
And
what
I'm
the-
sitting there laying there in the bed with my brothers. And mind you, I have the worst vision. And so I'm not wearing glasses. I don't have anything to put on. It's dark as heck. It's nighttime.
Yo, your kid's gonna be blind as shit.
Yo.
Yeah.
I actually
I mean,
got
bright
mine
as day,
from,
and they're like-
I got mine from an accident, so it's different.
Look again. Anyways,
Still a chance, though. Still a chance.
Anyways, so we had like a box of something inside. Like it was like a curtain rod. I grabbed that and I go to the door, and I see in the doorway is someone standing there, and I'm like, Dad, and then this figure goes down. So my dad is a shorter man. I want to specify because
So she sees the 6
yeah,
foot
so
figure
I
out
see this really tall. Yeah, it is like six something.
No,
figure.
nigga, I'm not your dad. I'm too tall.
Yeah. So I see it stream down, and then my dad's like, what? And I'm like, oh hell no, because you ain't the same person I was saying dad to just a few seconds
That's
ago.
crazy.
So
That's crazy.
I come out of the room. My mom, my dad are up. My mom lets me know. She goes, "What woke you up?" And I tell her. She goes, "No way." She heard the exact same thing. So we search our house thinking someone's broken in. No one was there. We did prayer. We had to do prayer in the corner. Bless the house. All them things.
The oil everywhere, you know?
Yeah. So we had to bless the house. And honestly, to this day, like, so the morning after, I ended up going, like, I was so obsessed, like 9 steps. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, heaviest footsteps. It sounded like someone with shoes walking up the stairs. I walk. We have, like, stairs, and it's, like, if you skip every step, if you're a tall enough person, and you were to walk up by skipping steps, it would be 9 steps exactly to get to the top. And so my grandfather's a very tall man. He always wore shoes.
Grandfather on your mom's side?
Yeah, the one who had just passed. So that was the 9th night, and that very night, we believe he just visited us. He never got to see the house and all that stuff. So that was the scariest, like, most intimate Duffy time.
Bro, I have something exactly like that. Where in 2011, my aunt passed. My aunt on my mom's side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom wasn't like super duper close with her aunt because they were maybe like 10 years age difference. You know how Jamaicans why they have kids like 10 years apart. But anyways, so my aunt died, and but before my mom got the news, she dreamt that my aunt visited the house, knocking on every door in the house just to say goodbye to my mom in her dreams. But because my aunt has never been to the house, she was knocking on every door in the house.
She didn't know where
she didn't know where it was, and she visited my mom in like a beautiful white dress, and she just shook my mom. My mom woke up, And she's like, whoa, that was weird, Auntie Carl. And then like she just fell back asleep, whatever. And then the next day she gets a phone call that my aunt passed, yo. Spooky shit,
Yeah.
bro. Spooky
Terrifying.
shit, bro.
Terrifying. Yeah.
And my mom always tells me, yo, if God forbid if me or my sister ever passed, don't visit her.
You guys
She's like, yo, my mom,
don't
You guys got some wholesome ghost
scary.
stories, yeah.
Yeah, like no.
Kill us was scary.
No, but that happened when my grandfather died. The night, I guess the night of him passing, my mom had a dream that her grandmother, his like my grandfather's mother,
Okay.
who was passed at that point, had visited her and said, like, look pon Duddy. And then the next was as soon as we woke up in the morning, because he was already in the hospital for surgery, and he passed.
Yeah, that was the one that was sudden, right?
Yeah, so it's like, we're like, y'all need to stop visiting people. Stop visiting, don't please.
I'm gonna visit. If God forbid if I perish soon, I'm visiting niggas.
Oh, yo,
bro.
I'm haunting you guys.
I'm not gonna haunt. I'm not gonna haunt, but I'm
We're
just
gonna
gonna
do the podcast. We're gonna see like, just know that's me.
I just thought like you would just be watching the sound waves and you just hear like the thing just going off. It's like
Yo, you
nobody's
guys ever
talking.
seen Jamaicans believe if you see orbs in pictures too, like the light orb.
Oh,
yeah,
the
it's
apparition.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that is like thing. Yo, when my grandfather passed, my cousin was pregnant and her daughter was born just after, like a few months after. And there's this video of her sitting in like, I don't know if it's a car seat or something like that, and she's just inside of the house, and all you see is light just dancing around her.
That's crazy.
It's like so many. I've never seen a video with so many. It's just passing all around her, dancing around her. A little craziest thing.
It's a really popular like theory and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so this happened to me last month. Not a long story.
Last month?
Yeah.
That's too much. That's too scary.
That's too soon. That's too recent, yo.
So basically,
I was waiting for the Halloween special.
it was like 3 in the morning or whatever.
That's witching hours.
I know.
Man.
And I got up and I went to like the kitchen to go drink my protein shake or whatever.
At 3 in the morning.
Yeah, and it's dark. And it's like everywhere is like dark, but like except for the kitchen light stays on.
Oh, always. Island household. Hood light is not a freaking night light. I don't know why we do that. It's not a night light, bro.
It's not, but you know what? Fuck it.
It was just
the
on.
oven light. We use that as a night light.
Exactly.
So,
Everyone.
It was just like the way my house is, or not a house, but like where I live is like there's like a table right here, and then there's like a wall, the door to get to the kitchen. But you have to like pass it between the table to get inside, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like walking. I went inside. I took my protein shake, and when I was leaving, I tripped over my grandma's walker. Because now it's blocking the section of me walking in. And I'm like, wait a second. Wait a second. I just walked through here. This wasn't here.
That's weird.
That was like last month. And I'm like, honestly, whatever.
You just shook it off as whatever?
No, I know it's a ghost.
Oh.
But I'm not about to be scared before it possesses me.
Your grandma doesn't live with you?
She does, but like the walker's off. The walker's off to the side. It's 3 in the morning.
That would have been even more scary.
Yo,
You're like, wait a minute, my grandma.
And the walker's just there.
That would have been spooky.
Yo, I'm leaving the same day, guys. I just want to know what would push you, like, what level of disturbances in your house, like ghostly disturbances in your house, would push you to leave?
It would have to be flagrant. I'd have to see like chairs stacked on top of
so
shit.
you're living with Duffies.
Oh yeah. I think Duppies are all around us. We just don't realize it.
Oh yeah, but like.
But like, it had to be like some flagrant shit, like blood written on the wall and shit.
Nah,
bro.
you're going too far.
Nah. I'd have to dip off on that high.
I'd have to see something. Like,
yeah,
see
I'd have
something
to
that's
like,
undeniably,
that's undeniable, you know?
The chairs being stacked or whatever, like important paranormal activity with like pots of pans up.
I'm gone.
I have a next story. I guess it ties into what would spook me from leaving. So when I was, it's a quick setup. I was just in the living room and my mom used to have all these decorative shit all over the walls. She had like these plates that are on the wall. And let's say the plate is where the TV is. Okay. And let's say the coffee table is where the ottoman is. The plate came off that wall, smashed right through the glass table. My mom comes over, she's like, what happened? I'm like, because she sees I'm sitting over at the couch.
Yeah, she knows it's not you.
She knew it wasn't me. She's like, how did it fall and hit this? I'm like, it just fell off the wall and landed on the table across the room. My mom immediately started lighting shit up. She started praying. She called her pastor friend over. They started blessing the fuck out of the house. We're like, no.
I will get cracked same day.
No,
Yo.
something falls in a way that's never supposed to fall.
That's crazy.
That's enough for me.
That's a good, like, what, 3-4 meters, bro? How the hell does that happen?
Bro,
That's
it was
crazy.
insane.
No, sir. No,
That's
sir.
crazy.
No, sir. No, sir. See, like, do you guys believe
And
in
the
being
plate never
held
broke.
down?
Sorry?
What?
The plate didn't break.
Oh, it fell through the glass. That's a strong
Yo,
plate.
the plate spit, like, standing on its side.
Nope.
You know? That's funny.
That's
crazy.
The ghost shaking its head inside of your apartment. Ain't no way, big dog. No, do you guys believe in being held down?
Yeah. Like when
No,
you're
sleep
awake.
paralysis.
It's not fucking sleep
I-
paralysis. Don't even.
I have stories for that too.
Listen,
Yeah.
people-
Listen, let me tell you a story right now.
Yeah, people, I want to disclaimer.
Sit down, Floyd.
I need to get water.
If you send a message, he's scared.
Here's your car engine.
He's scared. He's scared.
I got so many stories. You guys can
Listen.
jogging my memory.
If you hear this episode and you leave comments saying it's sleep paralysis, it's scientifically proven, I'm finna block you. It is not no sleep paralysis because there
a
are
ghost.
being held down. If you ever know stories of people being held down, people have tried to pull people up while they're being held down and can't pull them up. Don't try to tell me.
Holding themselves down.
Yeah, I'm fighting it. Fighting the gravity.
So one time I was like, I guess I had sleep paralysis or whatever we want to call it, right? And it was like when I was in my old house, right? Not like the one I'm in now, but like my old one.
Yeah.
And basically I was like laying down and I guess I was still kind of awake. And then there was just like this tall lady in the corner of my room, like head touching the ceiling. And she yelled at the top of her lungs, "Don't do it." And I was like, yo. And then I was like, and I just turned the other way, went to sleep because I'm like, there's no. I'm like, if it's taking me, it's taking me. Like, there's no escaping this. Like,
Hold
this
on.
lady's like 7'11". Like,
You weren't dreaming?
I thought it was awake. Like, I felt pretty awake
Nah.
because I remember it was my room, and I remember my room was.
But-
Have you ever dreamt of your room? I've dreamt of my room, but not like that.
I haven't dreamt of this room. This room kind of plain.
Listen,
I've never dreamt of
Yeah.
anything inside the house.
there's that one, and then I had another one where I was laying down, and I remember the dream. So this one was a dream, and I woke up, and something happened.
Yeah.
So the dream was really weird. I was in the car. I can't remember who was driving. My mom was in the passenger seat. My grandma was beside me, and someone else was there. And I think my aunt was driving or something like that. And this is such a weird dream. We were stopped at a stoplight, and someone was like walking. So imagine our car's like right here, right? And someone was like walking right here, right? And I'm looking out the window because I'm in like the behind the driver's seat, the back. I'm looking out the window. And a car comes and just hits this person. This person goes flying. And I'm looking at the person. I'm like, oh my God, this guy just got hit by the car. Did anyone see this? And everyone's looking at me and laughing. Like in my dream, they're looking at me and laughing, but not like haha, like ha, like a weird freaking like
the Joker
horror movie laugh, kind of weird. And it was like very airy like that too. It was like weird. And then I woke up from it, and then there's like this dark apparition around me, and then there's a hissing sound like, and then it dissipated, and I'm just like, yo, what is going on?
Should me visit a church, baby.
Listen, and I got another one. I got so many for you.
No, go to church, baby.
I think
What?
the amount you have, we just gotta sprinkle them in this episode.
Yo, I'm terrified.
Damn.
Yo, I got one. My dad. This is all my dad's stories, right? When he was a little boy, or no, I lie. This is when he was growing. So he went to Jamaica one time, and you know, there's difference between city and country. Country Jamaica,
scary.
different.
Dumpies live there.
They chill
Country
there.
Jamaica almost makes it feel like that place was never developed.
Yo, literally, bro. Yo, country Jamaica is different because my dad went to visit my aunt in I think it was St. Andrews, right? One of the parishes. And he went there, and there's ghosts all around. He doesn't give a fuck. That's why I was scared to go there. That's why I'm sort of chill. Like, if it has to be some real scary shit for me to leave a house, because I'm Jamaican, so I'd get used to it. But anyways, my dad was in country and he farted one time, and the ghost told him, "Excuse you." Yeah, the ghost told him to say "excuse me."
And that blew off the ghost. Like
Yeah, go on.
So that's different. Yo, they act like it's nothing too. It's basically like, yo, if you go out the country at night, it's ghost season.
Bruh, you'll never catch me.
We were driving through and they were just happening to talk about it. Because we were driving through country because we went to go visit family or whatever. But we were going back to the city. And they're like, oh, bear ghost stories in the country and blah. I'm like, yes, tell it at nighttime when we're driving at night. Like, yes, thanks, thank you. Thank you. That's what we need.
A lie.
Yo, that's so funny.
That's great.
Okay, but other than Shamid, who's out here telling us month-old ghost stories, what the fuck?
Bro,
I have another one that my sister and my mom experienced while we were in the house too.
All right, let's
we'll
talk
sprinkle
about.
it through this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, why are you not writing a book on ghost stories? What the heck?
I have too many things to write books about. I have them written down. I need to write books about. So.
Let's not. Okay, let's talk modern day horror stories. Like anything that's like not ghostly, but it's just like any catfish stories, anything like that.
Do I have any catfish stories? I don't really.
Cause I feel like that's a modern day horror. Like when you're like, sure, you're looking cute, and then you're like, dun, 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 dun.
Yo, she pulls out her pants. You see a dick.
Yeah. Please. This guy's dying.
Yo, you see a baddie, bro. You pull one in the club, yo. You take her
And
home.
then you
kiss
go to grab the butt,
and you feel a
the
ball.
What do you do in that situation? I know you're running. I know you're running.
Yo, okay.
Just die. I just die. Right there.
I don't know. Like, I'd have to kick you out, bro. I'm sorry, yo.
I'd hate it if I was at my place. If I was at
If I was at her place, I'm gone. Bye.
Oh,
Still kick her out. Yeah.
Still kick her out.
get out! This is my house. Get out!
Like, boo this man.
Modern horror stories.
or like anything to do with tech, anything like that.
Oh my god! I remember one time, yo. This is it.
Now get close to the mic. Get close to the mic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. Can you hear me now?
I can still hear him.
Oh, okay. Basically, I went to. This is when I was living in Brantford. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, I guess I was like downloading some stuff, and I guess I got like a virus.
Porn.
Definitely not. Like I was on the school's Wi-Fi. The school's Wi-Fi was like so like locked that you couldn't download some sort of thing. So it's like, so basically, I was like, no, I think I was downloading like a game that I just randomly found on Google. And I was like, oh, this looks fun. Let me download it. I had a virus in it, obviously, because I went to class, and when I came back, my computer was on because I left my computer on. And when I came in, my computer was like doing it on its own, like moving on its own. So I went and logged into my PayPal and stuff like that. And I closed the laptop and I took it to my cousin, I guess is what he is. I don't know. I think. And he like got like the virus out and stuff. And yeah, that was weird. Walking in, just seeing like my like computer moving on its own and stuff like that. And someone like actually like hacking it.
That's a modern day horror story. If I ever saw
scary,
my
yo.
mouse doing anything of the sort, laptop's gotta go.
Take out the hammer.
Laptop's gotta go. Where the Geek Squad at? Come check this out.
I have a story. It's not necessarily too horror-ish, but it's kind of like
Horror-ish?
a tech horror.
Okay.
Whore.
A little horror-ish.
Why are you showing your ankles like?
So one day I got up to go bring my nephew to the bus stop for school. And I didn't think nothing of it. I just remember the night before I picked my mom up from work. So I'm just dropping him off at the bus stop. I'm looking at my phone. Not as hard because I also make sure I just watch my nephew so he's not doing anything crazy at the bus stop. But after, when I was walking back, I seen bare notifications on my phone. I was like, what? From my bank. I was like, what? They're like, you $10 purchase, $20 purchase, $5 purchase, $8 purchase. I'm like, I immediately run to my car because I'm like, did I leave my wallet in the car? I see all my IDs on my car, on my seat. I'm like, oh my God, someone broke into my car and took my wallet. But they left my IDs.
Oh, how nice of them.
Nice of them, the fucking dickhead.
Oh,
So-
I'm cheesed.
I immediately just started writing down how much they used and like where they went because I know I had to report this.
Yeah.
So I seen there was like a bunch of purchases at like 7-Eleven, the gas station, loaded up a Presto card and all this shit. Called my bank.
Cancel your card for fraud, like.
Bro, I called. This is my debit card. I know with credit cards they'll cancel it if it's going too crazy.
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
I call them. I'm like, yo,
You need to block that.
I'm like, I need to cancel this card and file fraud because somebody used my card here. They did this. They spent this.
I'm about to tack on
It's
some
spent-
of my own expenses. You know what? When he bought the PS5, that also was that.
Literally.
The new
That's
PC.
funny.
Also,
that's
6 months
that.
before that, they also lost a lot of money on at the
Gambling.
casino.
That's funny.
That wasn't me.
Call me on the account.
No, but yo, they spent like $180 off my account.
Jeez, that's bare.
But they gave it back to me because they found like because they have to track where it went and there's security footage of somebody using the card at that time.
Did they catch who they did? Who did it?
I don't know if they caught it because they never told me that much.
That's
but
crazy.
they just told me it's like, yo, they sent me a message like, oh, you're gonna get a refund for all the stuff because we tracked down that it wasn't you using your card.
I'd be so vexed, but at least it worked out in the end.
That would happen all the time when I used to work at RBC, the credit cards. I had somebody call in, and she had I think $99,000 Licenza purchases or $9,000 Licenza purchases.
99,000?
Either 99 or 9,000.
Okay, first
Two
of all,
of them.
you have to know, Licenza.
It was something like crazy. I think it was $9,000
Underwear
purchases.
costs a lot of money, but spending $9,000 at a
Twice.
lingerie store twice is mad. What are you even doing, ho? You don't have enough coochie for all those underwear.
You don't have enough coochie.
Bro, I feel like even just spending one $9,000 purchase
It's much.
way too crazy.
That's mod, yo.
That's a whole
I think
store.
$1,000. $1,000 you can. I
For
think
lingerie?
You know how much
I don't know how much
panties
lingerie.
cost? A singular panty costs like $12, sometimes $15.
I was gonna say.
I still feel like $9,000 could buy that whole store.
No,
like,
not $9,000. Yeah,
18.
But, like,
You think they have $9,000 worth of inventory in a store? There's way more than that.
That's fair, yeah.
But even then, who's buying all? Who's buying? I've never once been to a store where I'm like, everything in here I love.
Never that.
You're telling me the crook didn't just see this one fucking like latex thong and just been like,
Ooh,
Nah. They bought out the whole store, just left the one thong. That's funny.
like, not this one though.
I had something similar to that also happened to me recently. Happened to me in July, I'm pretty sure.
You were struggling, huh?
Oh, no, or was it January? It happened pretty recently. Basically, I woke up one day and I looked at my phone and I had like 10,000 emails in it just randomly overnight. And I look at it and I'm like, there's so many spam emails in here. What is going on? So like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why I'm getting like email bombed like this. So I'm like scrolling through the emails because I'm trying to like delete them or like block them and stuff like that. And after like 3-4 hours of me doing this, I finally see an email from Rogers. And I'm like, Rogers? And I click it. And what someone did, the strategy that these people do is they hacked my Rogers account, bought a whole bunch of things. They changed my plan. They bought like iPads, iPhones, like a ton of things. And then so they don't see the email me doing it, so I cancel it, they spam you with emails. So it gets lost in the email.
That's
But I
smart.
just happened to see it when I was scrolling because I was like, Rogers, randomly. Like it'll be like a bunch of like it'll be German emails, Asian emails, da 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 da, Rogers, da 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 da. And I'm like,
Rogers.
yeah, so
That's smart and fucked up. yo.
but they messed me up because I had a plan with Rogers that was like $60 and it was 15 gigs, but because they gave me an extra 5 gigs for 2 years free and they forgot to take it off. But since they had to redo my thing,
Oh, you
Jeez.
I went to Fido and I got a better deal. But still,
No, it's a principle.
It's a modern dark horror story. This
That
is
is
what we're saying.
Ha!
yeah, I still
Higher prices.
I still get emails from from the damn spam because I can't block all of them because there's so many. It's 10,000 like a day. I'm like, what is this? Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I had to go check mine, Sky. I be getting some spam, and I'm like, yo, let me just make sure these motherfuckers.
No, it was like an absurd
No,
amount of spam.
you notice.
Like it was
Okay,
like
guys,
it was like you look at it and it's like the last time you got like the last message you saw, email you saw was probably like 2,000 messages ago.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like absurd amount. I was just like going like this and I saw Rogers. I'm like, the hell?
That's what I was.
No.
Yo, okay, so this is not like a horror story, but this is like kind of weird, kind of scary. Remember that night on New Year's when me, you, Tristan, Anthony, it was the whole gang.
Yeah.
We were at somebody's house, and it was just like around Kingswood. No, but we were in high school at that time, but we were like on Kingswood Street.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember in the school. I'm like, what's going on here?
I remember it because we didn't even meet up. We didn't all come to the same. We somehow just all ended up
We all
this
ended up
party.
at the same like New Year's party.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then after we were walking down the street, and then Tristan really had to go pee, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy, he's like, nah, fuck it, I can't wait till 7-Eleven. He peed on some guy's lawn, yo. Some dreaded Jamaican with a machete with a cutlass, came out, he's like, oi, on a better not piss on Milan this shit. Yo, me, Floyd, Anthony, and all of us just ran down the street laughing, and and Tristan's running down the street, hey guys, wait for me. His dick is still out, bro. He found the crap.
Done. Yeah, that wasn't a scary.
That wasn't scary, but that was one of the funniest moments. Because, yo, a Jamaican with a machete, bro, chasing after us down the street, bro.
Holy
that was pretty
shit.
good.
That's funny.
That would be terrifying. Modern no. Do I have anything that's happened with my computer? I've had so many things go wrong with my computer.
I feel like you're also very like he was like.
I'm super cautious though.
Keys the tape over the.
No, but I also
does that too.
But
there's a website you can go on, and it has like a bunch of people. Like you can see them through their webcam. It's a specific website, and it has like tens of thousands of people.
Exactly.
You just view them through the webcam.
That's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. Because the reason I think I started doing this because back in high school, I used to use Tumblr. Yes, guys.
Hey, Tumblr.
Yeah, the nastiness. Yes. You little McNasties. I know when you were on Tumblr.
No,
I was on Tumblr for music stuff. And I stick by that.
It's so nasty, bro.
I mean, sound could be musical.
Listen here, you porn mongers. You porn mongers. That's not what we're talking about. But basically, I never used my identity online because I was very scared of like someone doing anything to do with my like online identity. So I would go by a different name. It would still be me. I wasn't pretending to be something else. But basically, I got connected with this guy who, because the way Tumblr used to work, you could direct message people or you could do anonymous submissions to people. So some guy sent me an actual message, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever, because it's fucking online. If you think I'm gonna get with you through an online communication, you are smoking drugs.
Didn't you get with Floyd on Hinge? I'm playing.
Wait a second.
But not like a stranger that I can never meet or see or anything. So this guy he sent me photos of your body.
I'm just teasing you.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, but like, so this guy was sending me pictures of himself. He's supposed to be this like teenage white guy. I was like, I don't care. So he would like carry on conversation. I was like, okay, cool, because that's how the community was. And then he must have been catching mad feelings. So one day he sends me a message. He's like, I got something to tell you, and I'm like, what? Sends me a picture of the oldest, ugliest white man I've ever seen in my life. He's like, yeah, he's like, I really like you, and basically, so he was really good with tech. So he's like, I know your name isn't what I used to go by. He's like, I know you're here and all this stuff, and I was like,
bro.
And so I was like, I'm like, okay. So I blocked him, and I was like, yo, I am gonna delete this whole account. And so I started receiving anonymous messages, and it'd be like, your secret admirer, I'm so in love with you. Like, you became hella fucking obsessed, and I was like, how am I tell my mom? I wasn't even worried for myself. I was like, my mom's gonna bust my fucking ass.
Never mind about the potential killer.
No,
I'm scared of my mama.
Your mom's a potential killer.
I'm black and
Key was just there like, I hope my mom doesn't know this man's trying to kill me.
I love it.
My mom would kill me if I get murdered by a murderer.
Literally, I was sitting there like, my mom gonna find out I'm on Tumblr. My mom don't know what Tumblr is. She don't know what goes on in Tumblr. I'm scared to shit.
That is jokes.
I was like, fuck. Because he was hounding me. I remember he was from Oregon. And I was like, what would you want to do with me? What do you want from my life? Luckily, it looked like he must have only been able to get like my IP address. Yeah. And so it was like.
It's still a lot.
It's a lot, but I think he was only able to get like general information. So he never like gave the actual. He like said, like he would say Toronto, but he thought all of the GTA was Toronto. So then it wasn't like there was nothing like specific. He wasn't able to say what school I went to or anything like that at the time. And so it ended up stopping, but it was like the creepiest thing. That's why like I started covering I was like cameras covered, accounts under different names. I'm like, if I'm online and I am myself, it has to be something very secure. It has to be something that isn't like dangerous to me. That's why I don't really post locations. Like if I go out somewhere, very rarely will I ever really post a live anything, because y'all don't know how easy, like how crazy people are. That's the scariest part. People really will hound your life.
Oh, the people are crazy. There's like a pretty popular story that like someone was playing Call of Duty with a guy, and then the guy like I guess killed him in the game by stabbing him, and the guy found him and then found him in real life and then killed him by stabbing him.
That's
he was that angry.
Bro. Just get better at the game.
Get good, loser. Like
Get better at the fucking game.
Get better, Playboy. Like you guys are
That's
terrible.
crazy.
Holy so like isn't that recently a girl killed her sister because she had an online boyfriend that played Valorant, and her sister played Valorant with him, and she felt they were getting too close and killed her sister.
I heard that story too. They said like, oh,
that's why Valorant sucks.
Whoa, Shahid. Every Valorant fan, they're hey. I don't think they're that toxic though. Well, like,
what do you mean?
This girl's
no. The girl who killed doesn't play Valorant. Her sister and her
I feel like she
online
did
boyfriend did.
because she's like, this is her online boyfriend of 5 years, and she killed her sister because she was quote unquote flirting in Valorant. How do you flirt in a shooter? I know, Mo. You don't know what Valorant is.
This shot.
Think of it like Call of Duty. How you flirt in Call of Duty?
I have no clue.
What do you mean?
Imagine seeing that on the news.
This is for you, baby.
Imagine seeing that on the news and be like, isn't that my girlfriend? And I was just playing with him last night. That must be so weird to see.
Can you imagine? I was like, damn, that was a pretty sexy kill of the game.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a sexy ace you just did, girl.
Yo.
Damn.
Honestly, we were making fun of this, but like we play Final, and honestly,
oh
the
my gosh, Final Fantasy's community is weird. This
Bro,
weird.
we have like a secret underground.
There's a club.
like,
I have a friend that plays it
club,
super hard, and he's like,
party.
yo, there's like a legit like strip club party that they do. So basically,
with their characters.
you'll go onto Twitch, and there'll be a DJ that's streaming the event.
Remind me of something, yeah.
And he plays music there, and everyone's supposed to hear the music through the stream. So it's like your character's there while you're listening to the DJ playing the songs. There's items in the game that are very like there's an item. It's a cooking ingredient in the game because you could cook. There's a bunch of jobs you can do and like fight and all that stuff. But there's an ingredient called Coke. And someone would hand you Coke, and your character's supposed to just emote and look like they're taking Coke. There's also
actually very enthralled.
There's also a person auction, so you can.
A what?
You can buy somebody with in-game currency.
I thought we moved fast. That was crazy.
To do whatever you want with their character for a day or a night or whatever.
Mind you, this is all in a game. Like, this is the muddest thing ever.
So, there's a guy I seen on like TikTok. Apparently, he makes $10K a month just stripping in freaking like VR chat. He's like a virtual stripper and he just strips in the game.
I would do that.
Bro.
See, I would do that. If I knew how to make money, and like, I'm not.
Why would you not like what?
Slow dropping it low.
It was the
Mo just there puts on his goggles. Immediately starts going.
Honey, what are you doing? Nothing.
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 Hey big boy, it's $50 a night. Alright? $50, friend. $50 an hour. $50 an hour.
Oh
Yo,
my God.
that's crazy.
Oh shit, that's
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be a VR stripper. I don't give a fuck.
Right?
Yo, if no one sees you and no one knows it's you,
Yeah, well,
I might do it.
Your character is like a girl or whatever. You just do that and you charge.
Why
people.
not?
I can't do a girl voice though. I have to.
You don't
I have to give cue to my.
You're not having sex. You don't even talk. You just dance and stuff.
That's like some Black Mirror shit.
I seen that on Roblox too. Roblox is crazy now. I don't know.
That's so wild.
I'll be pimping
It
myself.
was for
out.
kids.
I'll be logging on 2 accounts. Stripping.
Nah, Roblox was for kids. There's like gang wars in Roblox and stuff now.
What?
I see videos of it all the time. It's weird.
Roblox is such a
In
weird
GTA.
concept though. GTA, the modded roleplay one.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
madness. Yeah.
That's mad.
Anyways,
That's so crazy.
Speaking of all these modern like nightmares, let's go into our segment for what did you call it?
Oh, I call it 6 is enough. 6 segments. Or 6 topic segments.
6 is enough. 6 is enough.
Alright, so basically 6 topics. We go over them a minute each. I'll start a timer. Let's really we only get a minute on each topic. So 6 is enough 6-minute segments.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these ones are supposed to be a little scary because real life is scarier than anything we could make up. All right.
3,
All right,
2, 1, go.
All right, canceling Kanye. Man does not have a bank account.
man,
Lost his billionaire
They're
status.
blocking
the bank canceled them from going to this thing.
Your face.
Balenciaga said.
Which is crazy. Like the bank canceling you.
Can you imagine the bank?
The
Can
bank
you-
has like rapists and like murder stuff, and then they
Yeah.
cancel Kanye.
They're like, Jeffrey Dahmer can bank here. No Kanye, though. Jeffrey Epstein,
crazy.
we got all your money. Kanye West, go take your coins somewhere else.
You take your coon money out of here, boy.
That's it.
Literally.
That is so corny, bro.
It is. I mean,
How is a bank gonna cancel you, bro?
I don't know, but good thing there are millions of other banks out there, so you can just go
Facts.
somewhere
That
else.
is
But
so
he's getting canceled from
corny.
Everything.
dropping.
Even Spotify was like,
See,
yo.
they can't. Though I mean, I don't think they can, but
No,
like,
no,
because
they
they'd have to remove R. Kelly and like everyone else.
Yeah.
And
They-
stuff like
they
that,
can't,
too.
but they said
can
they-
see on kids, but
They
Kanye
said
can't.
like, oh, if the
Quickly, you're up 4 seconds.
whatever.
Next topic.
Okay, next topic is the Pope's views on porn.
Go.
Apparently, the Pope said that if anybody who works for the ministry in terms of like nuns and priests, if you are watching porn online, you are inviting the devil into your life.
Oh wait, I have a story about this. I don't know if you did we talk about this before? Was it you who talked about it? How like nuns would get pregnant and they'd go to like downstairs. Okay, so
No.
a thing is that nuns a lot of time would get pregnant because like obviously they're not allowed to have sex, so they'd get pregnant and they'd go like under the church or like to like canals and stuff, and they'll just have babies there and they'll just leave the babies to die there and
Oh,
stuff.
that's so sad.
Yeah, because like it's against religion and stuff, and like back in the olden day, they could get like killed for it and things like that.
That's
What?
crazy.
It's like
Wait,
blasphemous.
can you imagine going into a tunnel and just dead babies?
Can you imagine?
I mean,
hiding
they'd probably be decomposed by the time you went down there, but
It
yeah.
doesn't matter.
If I was a priest and I went down and I seen a whole river of dead babies, I would
Yeah.
be like, oh,
Definitely haunted though.
Yeah.
Definitely haunted.
The porn, you know, what's her name? Pinky's really
Wait.
inviting the devil.
Next topic.
All right, next topic.
Black China abducting women.
How
Like,
she-
abducting women?
So there's like a video that I just seen before I got here where this girl was talking about how she like met Black China, was on to do collaborative OnlyFans with her, and then she went there and made her sign an NDA, and her phone was gonna die, and like Black China wasn't leaving, and she was keeping her there till 10 in the morning and things like that. And they're saying that like, oh, when like the baby's gone, like her kid, whatever, Dream I think his name is gone, then some lady's gonna come, they're gonna do whatever with her. And yeah, she managed to escape, and it was like apparently it's like a known thing. The Black China like does like these things with women on like some Jeffrey Epstein type thing.
Oh, I
So,
thought she was
don't know.
abducting them so she could steal their body parts. And
Maybe
attach it
and
to herself.
attach to herself. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I didn't see the part 2 of the video because I was watching in the car. So
Okay.
Mrs.
That's
Potato
wild.
Head.
I don't have. That's wild.
What was the audience that we're actually speaking to?
literally,
y'all are just telling me a bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, you know.
okay. This next one is gonna be your specialty.
Okay,
So,
so my answer, this seems a little racist.
go.
I mean,
So basically, RCMP has identified that there's basically sanctioned Chinese police stations in the GTA to regulate Chinese nationals. So
What the hell?
the Republic of China has sent out people as like police officers or representatives of the police nation over there who are supposed to regulate the activities of Chinese nationals, and they're doing it under the guise that they're like, oh, we're just there, we're doing the offices so that people can renew their national licenses and passports, but people are saying that they're regulating, like, if you speak ill of China and you're a Chinese national, like, they're like criminals.
Oh my god.
Imagine this, we have secret Chinese police.
They're like, don't make us look bad in front of everyone else. And if you mention that TikTok is stealing their information, ooh, you're getting sent back.
I was gonna do a racist Chinese accent, but let's not. A nigga is gonna get canceled.
All right, next one. Jeffrey Dahmer pizza parlor incident. So apparently a pizza parlor is getting super big backlash because they made a pizza that looked like it had people parts on it, and they call it the Jeffrey Dahmer
pizza.
special.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I can't talk about it anymore on this fucking podcast. Stop making this real life maniac into a pop culture fucking thing. Stop.
Icon, yeah.
That's wild.
Stop. He's not an icon. He's not a mode. He's not a vibe. He's not a
How many
fucking.
people do you think are gonna dress up as Jeffrey Dahmer for this Halloween?
Oh my god,
Bear.
so many.
Bear.
Bro,
So
it's
many.
like they're watching the doc. They're like, oh, this is a sick ass doc. This is fucking a reenactment of real life events.
Like, people
That's
really
fucked. That's fucked. This man did that shit for real. This is not Hannibal Lecter. This is Jeffrey Dahmer.
Is he the first one to get popularized like this? I don't think so.
Don't.
Wasn't Ted Bundy before Jeffrey?
Ted Bundy was
Did Ted Bundy
There's
eat
a
people?
lot.
But
There's
he's
a
like a
lot.
heartthrob to ladies, girls. If you-
There's like a lot of these killers though. There's like Zodiac Killer and there's all these people.
But
There's like a
only-
lot.
I ain't gonna lie, the Zodiac
If
Killer is kind of sick. Just because he got away with it.
We got John Wayne Gacy.
But
and
they're
stuff
getting
that.
like
So
they're
many
getting
things.
notarized because a certain demographic of women think that he's good looking.
Bro, he's not even their type. Or they're not his type.
Yeah.
He like black men. Mo! Run!
Next topic.
Next topic, last topic.
BBL kidneys. So basically, a woman reported that her friend went to DR to get a BBL done, and she woke up and found out that she was missing a kidney.
Oh my god.
Yeah, at least he left you with one.
So apparently,
Shorty gave her a black rose, yo.
right? Or Dahlia.
She actually went for a tummy tuck and a BBL.
Well, yeah, that's.
Well,
what
the guy's like, well, it's right here. How can I not take it?
Yeah, and I mean, you can't have the
BBL
steak without
tends to be. Well, that's what
the
BBL
mashed
tends to be
potatoes.
because they have to do
It's a fat transfer. They put it in
Yeah,
your
so
butt.
basically, the reason first of all, she paid a really low price compared to what most people
Yeah, like
pay.
$3,000 or
Yeah,
something.
she paid $3,000 instead of the normal pricing, and so clearly they got their money. They're like, we give you a discount, you give us a kidney. She only found out because she started getting sick. Doctors did a scan and found out that she was missing a kidney.
Isn't it crazy that she could have sold her kidney, got a regular
Not
BBL,
even-
and had money left over?
Bro, it's not an even trade.
That's a mud.
All right, and that was 6-minute segments, or 6 enough 6-minute segments.
All right. Now on
That's
to
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Now on to
Anyway.
regular segments.
Yeah. So I want to know. We're gonna do best and worst. So best and worst Halloween experience.
Experience?
I feel like
I didn't get to it.
well, it wasn't Halloween, but the one that you just talked about with the
But
man
that's
in
a
the
New
machete.
Year's Eve.
That was a New Year's Eve one. The best one was probably a couple of years ago before the pandemic. We went to a Halloween party. That was pretty sick. I dressed up as a nerd. That was pretty sick. Nothing special about it. It was just a cool Halloween party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best
Oh,
or
speaking of
worst.
which, what are you gonna dress up as for Shorty's?
That's there.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. We'll get to costume.
Come on. I mean, my Halloween things that
Best
like
or worst.
best or worst stories. I don't really like all Halloweens are kind of the same. Like the last one we went to was pretty cool. Actually, that one kind of sucked for like one particular reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it on the pod?
Not really.
Oh.
Not
We'll
really.
talk about it off air. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
Talk about that.
Yeah, but that
That's
was
fucked up.
Yeah, it was. F that girl. But anyway, yeah, no, that part is pretty cool. And then I went to like a few with like back in the day before COVID, and it was like nothing really special or crazy happened during Halloween. I just love Halloween because of the aesthetic. Plus, I love Halloween movies, like horror movies, and just like Nightmare Before Christmas and things like that. So
Yeah.
Okay, you can go because mine's is probably the least everybody. Actually, I have one, but you could go first.
I don't have any stories. How's the least?
Yeah.
Neither does this guy.
To be honest.
Oh Lord. Worst Halloween. I got invited out on a date. It was a first date with a guy for Halloween.
That's hella weird.
Hella weird. But it was whatever. It was to go to a club or whatever.
That's extra weird. Your
I know.
first date is going to a club on
club on
Halloween? That's so weird.
That's low-key. Like you told me the story, but it's low-key kind of weird.
Basically,
Now
I
you
was just
mention it.
recently single at the time. Mine was like my first year of uni. I was like, whatever, I'll go out. I'm just trying to wear a costume. Because at the time, I'd never gone to any Halloween parties, anything like that. So I was driving, and the guy was like, oh, can you pick us up? And I was like,
Us.
exactly. Because what the fuck? I was like, who's us?
Me and the homies. Me and the Manda.
Nigga, literally.
Bro, was he from Brampton?
No. You're fucking terrible. Anyways, yeah.
Yo, we're gonna hit Trinity Common, yo.
No, stop. So I was like, what? So he's like, yeah, me and my friend, because my friend's gonna get us free parking or whatever, pick us up from Shelburne Station. I was like, first of all, Shelburne Station is a terrible station to pick anyone up from. Fucking no. So it was off already. Two of them, we drive to where we're supposed to go. He said he bought the ticket to go into the clubs because anyone knows clubs in Toronto for Halloween night, you pay a hefty price. So we get there and I'm dressed, and then he makes us hit a pit stop. He's like, he has to hit up LCBO and hit up McDonald's to get a drink to put the drink into, the alcohol into. I'm like, this is wild ghetto. This is wild. We're literally going to the club, pay for the drink at the club, but whatever.
So you don't go to
link
the
up
clubs
more of his mandoms. So there's another girl, whatever. We finally get to the club we're supposed to go to. We're waiting in the longest line ever. We get there and he shows what was supposed to be the ticket. It's just literally the basic ass invitation. It just says
what a dumbass.
ladies in free before whatever and men cost whatever. But we missed the ladies in free. And they're full. So he's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I'm already down here. I'm dressed. At this point in time, this is not a date. I don't even give a fuck. I'm going to a club with or without. So we end up finding another club. This man looks to me. He's like, did you want to cover yourself? I was like, honest to God, I immediately was like, I'm not even here with you. I paid my thing to go inside. I literally got inside, said I had to go to the washroom. Beeline to the washroom, looped back around, found a different group of people, just found some random girls that were standing there, and then just spent the rest of the night. He tried to get a dance for me. I did not dance with him.
This nigga sounds corny, bro.
You should have said this in the modern day horror story.
Oh, I think it sounds corny, bro.
This is a modern day horror story and the worst Halloween ever. So then I literally go with these girls and basically I lose him. Like I basically run out.
He's a cornball, bro.
But I get fucked over because where we parked was so obscure, I can't find my whip at this point. It's nighttime. So police are out on like the horses in downtown Toronto. So I basically have to ask this officer. Officer's like, he doesn't know how to help me. I so happen to be standing there talking to the officer. Does the man not see me? I was like, I had to be real because I'm trying to go home.
I asked the police if he can help me find you.
No, I didn't say that. Because I was trying to look for my card. I don't play no games. I don't tell lies. I don't lie to people about stuff that is unnecessary.
Yeah, that was a terrible date, and he should fucking hear it.
That wasn't even a date. That was a hangout.
Yeah, he should feel ashamed.
Y'all hung out, bro.
Shame
on you,
Shame. Buddhist
whatever
man.
his name is.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
Literally, so I have to ask him to help me find the car. He brings me back to the parking lot, and he's like, "Oh, can we get a ride back?" They live in the east, and I live in the west end at the time.
It's not one of those.
I literally go, no. He's like, okay, could I at least get a hug? I entered into my car and drove off. And that was the worst Halloween I've ever spent in my life.
Can I at least get a hug?
No. And then he ended up messaging me.
Man, sound like Barney.
And I was immediately like, I think it was one of the few times I've ghosted someone. I was like, I am not even engaging in this dumbass conversation.
That's fair.
Skipping this, that was actually mud.
That's mud. Nah, act better, yo. Fix it.
Yo, like, you're from the rip, you're like, Halloween first date? Halloween club first date? Halloween club first date, I gotta pay.
It's not one of those. You're nice, yo. That would have never gone, bro.
I was literally just trying to go to. I didn't know where any of the functions were. No one was trying to tell me the motive for Halloween night, and I was just like, fine, I'll go to a club.
You know, now that I finished hearing y'all's story, I actually got like a good Halloween story that's like a long enough thing to talk. I actually got two. Well, I wasn't allowed to celebrate Halloween when I was little because my mom was that mom, and she was like, "Yo,
my
no."
parents too. Okay.
They were like, "No trick or treating, no costume, no devil worship." I'm like, I'm not worshiping the devil. I'm just trying to go get candy for
nigga
free.
Be a ninja, like,
I can't be free. I can't get free stuff. But anyways, eventually, my mom kind of gave me the lax of like, you know what? You understand that you shouldn't do certain things, but you can do them if you understand at least why we don't do it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm going trick or treating.
It's free candy. Yeah.
So my first trick or treating, my costume was shit. I just had a mask. It was a Jason mask, and I had a black hoodie. So I was like, this is the best I could do. I went with my next friend. He had a whole costume and shit, but it's whatever. I'm just out here for candy. But we did like a mission. He was like, yo, I know this whole route. First off, he made it up. Yeah, you know those kids up be like, I know the best spots for candy.
And then we go and all the lights will be off.
He just made this shit up. But we started at like 8 o'clock. He lived by like Shoppers World.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, I was waiting for someone to
Bro,
see
so
what it was. I was like,
we
I'm a
started.
Bleepers Day, man. That's what
Dog, we started there. It was actually, mind you, it's the best trick or treating. Cause I kid you not, we hit a damn liquid candy.
Damn.
Dog, it was actually wild. So we went from Shoppers. This is the destination. We went from Shoppers World to my house.
That's far. That's big.
So that's like
Shoppers at your house?
yes,
Like the one you just...
the one
Yeah,
the one
what
over
the-
here
What the hell?
Wait,
Yeah.
like your current location or at Boviard?
at Bouvier.
That's big.
far.
So Shoppers World to Bouvier.
So you must have been trick or treating for like 3 or 4 hours.
You bring like a freaking
I got-
wagon with you or something? How did you carry all that?
we just had the fucking strength. The strength.
How old were
The
you?
general for all the shopping.
We were, I believe, 13.
Holy
Oh, I'm out here
shit.
thinking you're like 8 years old or something. Like,
13. So, and we didn't get back to my house until 2 a.m.
whoa.
Dog.
And we started at 8.
Whoa.
see, that's the thing. Back
I
in the day,
respect that.
back in the day, people used to like keep their lights on and be trick or treating until like midnight and like
No,
even a bit
they-
later.
no,
Now
it's
people
different.
are done at like 9 p.m. and it's like,
Yeah.
if I want some candy, obviously me, not me, but like what do people still want candy?
But we were just like, we would go house to house until eventually the houses would get a little tired. Actually, we had some dope moments. We stopped by stores too. We went to Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen was like, oh, here's a small vanilla cone for free.
No
I was like,
way.
yo, that's lit. We went to a haunted house for free. There was like this one that was there used to be a hair store, this like beauty salon, but they turned into this really scary fucking haunted like really scary. It's to a point where I had to like just use the emergency exit to leave. I was freaked out.
You know what was underrated? Going into Shoppers World during Halloween, because a lot of the stores would be doing it and they'd be giving like full bars of chocolate and like
sick.
full canned drinks and things like that.
I did not think about that.
Halloween back in the day used to be crazy. If you
Yeah,
went to the
it's
building,
different
if you
now.
went to
Yeah,
like
it's not a vibe
if you went to
anymore.
like Knightsbridge and like that, like the area and stuff like that, and do trick or treating there, it's like they have like the downstairs all decorated. They have like so much chocolate and candy.
Yeah.
You'd leave with like garbage bags full of like chocolate and stuff.
Yo,
I'd throw
I-
away the chips, but like still.
Yo, I went to Halloween Haunt one time. That's pretty sick. When you go to Wonderland during
Yeah.
Halloween.
It used to be
That-
better.
Yeah, like back. This was like 10 years ago. That was sick. I haven't gone lately, but
Yo, some girl like touched my neck when I was there. She was like,
Yeah, they're not allowed to anymore. That's why they changed
yeah,
the
Yeah,
she like
now it's
snarled
super
and like her
ass.
face was on my neck, and I'm like,
bro, yo, some guy jumped out with a chainsaw when I went there years ago. He jumped out and he fucking tripped. Because you know how they jump out and they chase you. He jumped out.
did you help him up at least?
Fuck him, bro. You're trying to scare us.
Yo, we went like last year,
No, 2 years ago.
2 years
Yo,
ago.
we should have went to the haunt this year.
It's
I
actually
haven't- no,
It's not, it's not, it's
Have you
not.
seen it recently? Like
it's
I
not.
don't know. People
It's
are on
not.
crack now, and like COVID, it's so busy. Wonderland
Yeah.
is so busy
It's so
now.
busy. It was so bad. We went to escort a date basically.
Wait, you went to the haunt or you went to Wonderland
Halloween
this year?
hunt.
You didn't invite the man though?
No, we were
No, we were escorting a date. It was
Oh,
for my
okay.
little brother.
Yeah,
It
so
was
we
like-
just had to be near it and
first
be his
dates.
ride and
So,
stuff.
say weird.
I seen the lines for people to get in. Every single line's just packed.
Yeah,
and like
it's
all
not-
the rides are like packed. Freaking a lot of the good, a lot of the good,
Rides?
like not rides, haunted houses aren't there anymore. Like there used to be this clown one with a bunch of mirrors, and the
That
clowns
was
are on
scary
still.
as
Was there
Yes,
any?
it
Was
used to be.
there?
It's
Was there
not-
any?
No.
There
There
used to
was
be
none.
one called Club Blood, and it was like a club, and there was like girls dancing in cages and
Yes,
stuff
and
like
it
that.
was looked like the Red District in Germany.
Exactly, and they had like the shortest skirts ever, and I'm like, this is a kid's place. Why am I able to see booty cheeks right now?
Nah.
They closed it down the next year, obviously, but still.
Oh yeah, that's a wild one.
Yo, I went to the X a couple years ago. During Halloween, that was pretty
Screamers?
sick. Yeah, I went to Screamers. Yo, that shit was.
Oh wait,
Screamers, I hear,
I went.
is really good.
I went to what's it called? Night of Terror, the one that was in Casa Loma.
Oh, I want to go to the Casa Loma one because it seems dope.
It was pretty cool. The coolest thing about it was going through the like tunnels and stuff. Like under there's like tunnels that like go around all Casa
Yeah.
Loma under. It's pretty cool. There's one part of it I didn't go to. I think I forgot what it's called. But there's one part I didn't go into because I'm claustrophobic. And it was like I am like very
You
claustrophobic.
spoke about it before, Maurice. If you
Yeah.
ever just listen.
Listen.
It's terrible.
Like there's basically this one where it's like two like inflatable like I guess puffy things and you squeeze through it, right? And I walked up to it, I'm like there's a guy next to you because I guess it's like a pretty common fear. And I looked at the guy, I'm like I'm not going through this, and he's like okay, just walk through here. Same thing in like and the haunted houses in Wonderland. There's one where you have to crawl through the same exact thing except you're crawling, and I'm just like I'm not going through this, and they're like okay fine.
Yeah, 'cause
They're like,
you
you have to
can't- 'cause
crawl
you
through this
go
tight
into, like, a
space.
panic
No.
attack, midway through someone has to go in to rescue you.
I was having a panic attack just looking at it, so I'm just like, hell no.
Yeah, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Yeah, I need to Google what the hell the Castle Limit thing is called because
That's
bothering me.
nice. Yeah. Okay. Best or worst horror movies?
Now we're speaking my language.
I know we are.
The fucking film buff over here.
Now we're speaking the
I'm gonna say all these movies, and we're just gonna be like, either I haven't heard them or they're 2 out of 10s, guaranteed.
Yeah.
You guys go first. I'm trying to Google this thing.
Okay.
Are we going off like the
Legends
best
of
that
Horror,
we've
that's what it's
seen, or
called.
the best that were anticipated to watch?
You can do anticipated, any ones you're anticipating, any horror movie, like, it could be whatever.
Yo, the one that affected me the most as a kid was The Ring. The Ring fucked my shit.
The Ring I never found scary.
Bro, I watched that shit when I was like 9.
So here's the thing.
That shit scared me.
I saw the scary movie parody of The Ring before I actually saw The Ring. So
Like Queen Latifah when she punched the girl?
yeah, so I just like...
that would ruin it for you then.
Yeah,
Satire?
No,
Parody?
whatever.
what are you saying, yo?
I was gonna say, I'm like, what is it? Desaturated?
Desensitized.
Or desensitized.
Oh, there's a movie coming out that's super like highly anticipating. It's called Disappointment Boulevard. I don't know if it's gonna be a horror movie, but it's Disappointment Boulevard by Ari Aster, same guy who made Hereditary and Midsummer. Also, Hereditary is a modern day horror classic. I don't care what anyone says.
I think you talked about this movie.
Yes, I did. Good, love it.
Loves it.
Conjuring's really good. Saw Cabin in the Woods, even though I don't know if I classify
The
it.
one with Hemsworth?
Yeah, that was like his first big movie.
I have to watch that again because when I watched it, I wasn't feeling it.
No.
Really? I thought it was great.
I have to watch it again though.
I think the horror movie that made the biggest impact on me was the first Paranormal Activity. I watched it because I watched it when it first came out.
That was a
young.
cult explosion. Yeah.
Listen,
So
I
many
watched it
loved
when I was little with my cousins, and they were cracking jokes the whole time. Jokes that probably would get us canceled.
What the hell?
Having sex with
Because it
ghosts?
was-
Yeah. There's a haunted house, yo. Freaking haunted house,
It
yo.
was way back. It was way back because remember they came out when we were like how old at the time?
What jokes would you say to get canceled for a ghost movie?
None
Yeah?
of you there.
I'll tell you after. Because honestly, I ain't trying to have no one say nothing. I'm not trying to cancel my family by accident. But we watched it and they were like laughing the whole time. And I remember it traumatized the F out of me so much so that I would, like for a month straight, I would spend most of the night paralyzed with fear in my bed just staring.
Sure wasn't sleep paralysis?
Nah.
No. And I would just sit there just waiting. I'd be like waiting for sleep to take me because I was like, oh. And I would like if midnight would hit and immediately the fear would set in. And if 3 a.m. hit, I'm not leaving my bed. If I needed to pee, I'm holding it until 4 o'clock because witching hour is 3.
Listen,
and it's not happening.
That's crazy.
Paranormal Activity is pretty good. I liked it. Have you watched all of them?
Yeah, but I didn't
Not
like,
the side story. The side story
with
was like the
Toby?
Mexican one and all that.
Oh,
stuff.
so the Mexican one isn't even a
Or
side
not, no,
story.
that's not.
Oh,
That's
that's-
not.
So
I don't know.
there's like 2 ones that came. There's like 2 new ones that came out that I haven't seen, but I actually really like the story of Paranormal Activity. I think it's pretty interesting because it takes like time travel and like horror and mixes into one. Because it's basically like following like these people and they have like a witch cult and stuff. And then the one with the Mexican kids is basically like I think it's like back in not La Llorona. That's a spinoff from The Conjuring.
Yeah, that's different. That's what he's talking about.
Oh no, like Paranormal Activity.
No, there's a
There's one
there's
in
one
Mexico.
in Mexico.
I don't know if that one is like the kids are in the past or something like that. But basically, at the end of the movie, they're getting chased by like the witch cult, the same one that's in all the other Paranormal Activities, and they walk through the door. And when they go through the door, they end up in the house of the first girl, and that's why you hear the first girl scream, and then the guy gets up and runs downstairs, and you see him flying to the camera. It's because she's screaming because they ran through the door and time traveled into the house. I was like, that's incredible. I love it. I love the story. The execution isn't the best in the movies, obviously, but like the actual story, I think if it had better execution, could be like a horror great, but like.
Wow. That actually sounds
Sinister's probably the scariest.
You need to get this guy.
No, what are you saying? I need to.
Yo, Floyd is so stressed.
I don't do that. I only make us watch medium scary things.
I'm
not
willing
scary.
to try it again.
No, why would I do that?
No, the scene where where I even should have. I tried it twice.
Can we watch a horror movie together one day? Like just reacting to it? Because I need to see how this guy's with horror movies. Can we watch Sinister on the podcast and see your reaction, yo?
Yo, we gotta watch You Got Served, yo.
Oh yeah, we gotta watch You Got
yes.
Served too.
Oh my
There's a
God.
lot of shit I wanna watch.
Stress.
No.
I need to see his reaction.
It looks too creepy because I seen the part where he's watching the
tape?
the tapes or the pictures, and you can see like just calamity happening, and it's like he keeps playing it. It's almost like a moving thing, and you see some person's face. I was like, no. No.
My guy, Bagul.
No. But I guess the best scary movie for me and person that doesn't like scary movies whatsoever, but it still hits me to this day. I don't say his name, but I just say it rhymes. Yandy Man. I don't like that one.
Let's all say Candyman 3 times, right?
No, you play too much.
Not in my house.
Not at his house. You would have played.
He's gonna follow me regardless.
No.
I don't care.
I seen him kill people just in the vicinity.
Yeah, in the vicinity. Nah, you.
That's like everyone can catch this one.
Yeah. No.
Everybody was here.
You can be mad to yourself. You take that to your house. You don't bring that here.
No. But that one of recent, I don't like. And as a kid, that used to scare me like crazy was the Tooth Fairy.
The Rock?
Wait,
no,
it's Darkness Falls.
Darkness Falls.
I thought he was talking about the Rock. I'm like, no, you're talking about Darkness Falls.
No, Darkness Falls.
Yo, Madison Pettis. Ooh.
The Rock blood part. It's the bald head, isn't it?
He's so bald and
Bald. No, but that scared bro, lights were on in my room.
This guy is so
Did y'all ever see Darkness Falls?
I don't think I watched it.
Shamid definitely.
I've seen it a million times. With Tooth Fairy, you see it high on the pillow. If you wake up and see her, she leaves you money, but if you see her, she like murders you. It's very weird.
But she can't go into the light because it burns her. But if you see her, she'll kill you.
She's like a vampire tooth fairy.
It's almost like if you get away from her, she'll keep trying to get you until she eventually kills you. There's like this grown man that was like, yeah, I seen her when I was a kid, and she's still following me to this day. I was like, what? And then his kid saw her, and I was like, oh.
That was always so weird to me. Like whenever things can't go into the light and stuff, and they die, because I'm like, technically at nighttime it's still the sunlight that's reflecting off the moon. So vampires.
You think it's way too deep.
I'm just saying, yeah.
It is true. Like if you're weak to UV light, then
but it's not as bad as moonlight. There's literally people with conditions where they can't go into direct sunlight. And
maybe they're the Tooth Fairy too.
Y'all so dumb.
That one had me for a minute. Like it's almost like I almost forget about the movie, and I just kept the stigma of like I need a light to just be shine.
We don't even sleep with lights on now.
We don't. I've gotten used to it now. But back then, like
grown ass man.
Yeah, back then I would have like a lamp on and I'd just fall asleep. My mom would be like, "Why you sleep with the lamp on?" I was like, I forgot it was on. No. Or I'll keep the bathroom light because my bedroom used to be right across from the bathroom, so I keep the bathroom light on and just shine into my room. Yeah, no. I'm like, I can't be in darkness. No, I've seen the movie. She saw her. She knows I saw her.
Listen, Chucky scares the hell out of me. Are you used to?
I used to
not go into freaking Spencer's just because there's a giant Chucky doll
used to scare you?
Hell yeah,
bro. I remember going to your house and seeing Chucky in your DVD.
Because my dad likes Chucky. It was so stressful. It was so stressful.
I thought you read. I never watched Chucky, but I just seen the little cover at your house. I would, and I was like, this movie is terrifying.
Anytime I'm looking for a movie to watch, I literally have to skip it or like put it somewhere else because like I can't look at it. It was so stressful.
But then I did have a moment when I rewatched all the Chucky movies.
Yeah. So good.
They're actually just funny.
Except for the first one was scary. The second two or
because they started to make it kind of like horror comedy, like Seed of Chucky and stuff like that. It's like
that's horrible.
Yeah,
it's like a comedy.
The Seed and the Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky were just comedy.
Yeah.
But Child's Play and then
Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, forget it, bro. Nah. Especially the first one. The first one is so good.
First one, when he started yelling, I was fucking.
Yo, no. When the mom realized,
she's like, "What the fuck?"
Yo, he had no batteries in his back.
Oh yeah, because she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna dash him in the fire." He's like,
That's how all these like horror movies. Because like Leprechaun was like that too.
Yeah,
Leprechaun was scary. And then they made Leprechaun Goes to the Hood or whatever.
Oh, Leprechaun 2, Back to the Hood.
Yeah, it's just like, what is this? Yeah.
But I mean, like all the night, like everything just started to become jokes.
And then like Gremlins too, like.
Yeah. I feel
Gremlins
like
is another good one.
Yeah.
Halloween is it's not funny, but it's just kind of just stupid now.
The holiday?
No, Halloween.
Oh, Halloween. Oh, with my Mars. Yeah.
Are you talking
Holiday with one?
I was like, wow, it's gonna just
another banger.
No, I thought you meant Halloween, the holiday. Like,
no.
I thought you were talking about Holiday with Queen Latifah. Is that the name of the podcast? Mo hates Queen Latifah? That's crazy.
I thought it was gonna be BBL beard or whatever.
Yeah, BBL beard.
Okay, BBL beard.
BBL beard.
Oh my god. No, it's, speaking of, because you're.
What?
This man said the holiday getting
Queen
goofier.
Latifah.
Queen Latifah. What like costume wise? Have you guys ever like? Have you guys dressed up? What have been your
Only if
best
I'm
costume?
going somewhere. If I'm like chilling in the house. Or
What is your
work
top
or-
tier costume? What is a costume you think is gonna be the
I actually
top
think I
for
have a
this
photo.
year?
I still need costume ideas for this year, but I dressed up as a nerd one year. That was pretty cool.
That was a pretty good cosplay too.
Yeah, I just put on some glasses, wore a tie, and I went to a Halloween party. And then
Just up as Floyd.
You just
just as
Yeah,
Another time I went as what else did I go as? Oh, I went as Robin one year. Robin the superhero.
Oh, I was thinking One
I was
Piece.
thinking-
Yeah,
I
I think One Piece. I'm like,
I got Robin green.
I was thinking Robin Hood.
oh damn, we were all thinking different Robins,
Nah,
And all the wrong ones.
right?
and, another time I went. I like superheroes, so another time I went as Superman when I was a kid. That's about it. I don't really dress up like that.
What do you think is gonna be the top? What is your vote for? What do you think is gonna be the most common costume?
Oh,
this year?
niggas gonna dress up as Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's so wild.
I hate
Because
that.
all
Because
they
like
need
last
is
year
just
was Squid
glasses.
Game.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
last year was Squid Game.
Oh, I have a different vote. Okay, what are the costumes you've done over the years, and what do you?
I
did-
am looking. Oh yes,
I did Piccolo.
You
one year?
Piccolo.
Did you paint yourself green?
No, I had a mask because it was in Kingswood. Some kid came up to me, took my mask, he looked at it, showed his friend like that, and then gave it back to me.
Nice.
And then one year I dressed up as a ninja with a sword, and I hit some girl in the head with it.
Ouch.
And then I retired the sword.
You're
That's like,
I'm in
I
mistakes.
retired from.
And then
Yo, you put it down.
Shame.
And then one year I dressed up as a nerd too, but much less effort. I just had like the glasses from like the movie theater. I put it on. I'm like, yeah, look, I'm a nerd. And then last year I was a prisoner, or not a prisoner. Freaking no, I was a prisoner actually. I was.
Nice.
I had like
Damn,
the
what was
green,
the
I had the
crime?
orange jumpsuit, and I like tied it on my waist stuff. I had a
Yo,
white
after
shirt.
this podcast, I'm going to Party City to look for my costumes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. I was gonna go tomorrow, like before I go do mosaic.
Oh, that's
Go
like-
together.
Sorry, tomorrow? Do you want to go tomorrow?
I want to do after the podcast.
Oh, I gotta go to social eater.
All right, then we'll just go sometimes.
Sounds good. Yeah.
And you think Jeffrey Dahmer is gonna be the biggest?
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, you.
My best and probably the only real
That or
costume.
Slutty Devil. That's it.
Man's like,
See it
"Oh,
all the time."
slutty devil.
Ew, the way you did that too.
Slutty. My best costume was I did like I don't know what decade this was. I kind of just took
This is
inspiration.
weird, yo.
It's groovy is what it is.
It's
the
groovy. I took
decade.
inspiration from my dad because my dad.
Oh yeah.
So I
Yo,
was
your
like,
dad's dressing up weird sometimes. Yo, you're not funny.
dying. Just funny, but that was like when that's when he was younger, you know. That
Nah,
was
that Arthur one, that was fire though.
Oh yeah,
That Arthur one
Arthur
was
mustard.
fire.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you dressed up. You had the ears and you had the
Yeah.
yellow sweater. That was hard, yo.
Yeah.
That was sick.
We were tired.
I returned that sweater.
Yeah, we returned it because it was like.
I'm like, I'm never gonna
I had
wear
to
it.
find a Buster.
You
blue
should.
sweater.
You good. You look good. You look good in yellow.
I
so.
felt it was really good. I kept the ears.
It was just expensive. The sweater was like $70 from Old Navy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was like,
maybe.
kiss my ass for this
I was the
orange
Old Navy
sweater.
shirt.
Oh, maybe I should do that. Dress up as Arthur.
Hey,
I don't want to teach your idea though.
do it.
It's not. I didn't invent the character.
Mark Brown kicks down my door.
Imagine. I'm
You
like,
think
hey,
you can be Arthur?
Well, I'll give you royalty.
Oh, you want to do this fist? Ah.
Yeah.
imagine I get mad at you for that. I'm like, hey, you stole my whole thing. I was the first man, the only man to ever wear Arthur costume.
Binky stole my joke. That's a deep cut reference.
Yeah,
You know what's
what-
crazy?
what
When I-
did
You got when Binky stole our Buster's joke, yo.
Yo.
Yo,
That's,
you know what's
and I
crazy?
understood it because I was busted.
It's crazy when I bought the sweater. There's another guy buying the sweater to do the same thing.
No way.
Yeah. We heard him, but he confessed to the cashier. He kept that secret in the tuck so I could return it. We knew what we were about.
Yeah, cause he's just there like, I'm trying to do a costume. I'm dressing up as Arthur. I was like, that's crazy. I'm dressing up as Arthur. And I think he was trying to do the same thing. Talk to him about like returns or whatever.
Yeah,
no?
and she was like, no.
She was like, no, because obviously you're gonna buy it and return it immediately. I was like, yes, here's a yellow sweater I'd just like to keep
I
forever.
love this yellow sweater. My favorite yellow sweater ever.
But the only thing that was off with it that I feel like if I was to redo it, I have to buy a different one anyways. It's because it was a hoodie,
Oh.
but I wanted a crew neck.
But they had no crew neck. So
They had no crew neck, so I still wore it. It was whatever.
I'm trying to think. What characters can I dress up as?
What do you think is gonna be the biggest costume this year?
The biggest Dahmer's an easy one, but let me think of something out of the water. So all
nice.
does. Probably a fucking like feel like costumes are just gonna be shit this year. I don't really see much. I think people are just gonna keep it basic, and you're gonna see like a nurse.
For the longest time, my parents let me celebrate Halloween. Suckers. Losers. You didn't get candy. I dressed up as, I was Teletubby. I was Poe from Teletubbies.
Nah, you're more of a Binky Stone.
Shut the fuck up. You more like Dipsy. Head ass. Anyways.
I was not even a dance. It's like, shut up, you pinky winky motherfucker.
Pinky winky head ass. Anyways, and then I was Winnie the Pooh. And then for like 10 years
That's a wild
straight,
one. Mo, you should just be Winnie the Pooh. Just a red shirt, no pants. Mo comes up there like, yo, what the fuck? He's like, yo, I'm Winnie the Pooh.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to pull girls, throw them in the water.
Please, I'm not trying to see you tomorrow like that at the party, please.
That is wild.
That's like, I'm Pooh Bear, I'm Pooh Bear.
Just a red.
Just a red shirt.
A red crop top.
A red crop top. or a sailor shirt, no pants.
Yo,
That.
this is the new title of the episode. Mo's gonna be Winnie the Pooh. Yo, you guys are dumb.
That's wild.
Pooh Bear.
That's
Yo.
wild.
Then I was Sabrina the Teenage Witch for literally a decade. Then I was a vampire, which was specifically Dracula, not Twilight. My mom would literally draw on a widow's peak for me.
That's crazy.
For a hot minute. And then
You could have reused that and just gone as Vegeta.
and then I did for the worst Halloween that I was a female Robin Hood. And then we did Buster and Arthur.
Oh, that's so bad though.
And then we did does it count when we did cosplay for a Fan Expo? It's kind of.
I never counted it though, so.
All right.
It's Halloween.
No,
episode.
you're dressing up.
But yeah, Tandro, and then I think my vote for what is gonna be the costume is Eddie from.
Oh
Stranger
yeah,
Things.
the fucking
Eddie.
Hellfire Club.
Hellfire shirt. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
that's
lot
it.
of Eddies.
That's gonna be big.
I
Stranger
hope
Things is gonna be
I
big.
hope in Toronto. I hope in the GTA. I hope that Eddie beats out Dahmer because I really don't want to see any Dahmer.
I agree with you on the Stranger Things might take it if people aren't psychotic enough to dress up as a man that ate people.
In real life.
In real life, they don't understand that the Netflix shit is. Netflix did too good of a job.
Literally.
That's
I'm
all.
literally googling cartoon characters costumes, bro, because I want to do something creative. But that Winnie the Pooh shit, that fucked me up.
Yo, I got a red crop top for you, Mo.
The whole body's yellow, just carry a pot of honey.
Oh my god, just paint yourself?
That's crazy.
Go up to Bear Shorties and be like, "Hey, who wants to be my piglet?"
Shamik, you gotta dress up as Tigger.
As Tigger? No!
That was funny.
That was kind of on Tigger.
That's crazy.
Yo, that would be madness.
I'm about to go into Spirit of Halloween.
Just get brown, like skin colored draws. Or skin colored.
You actually saw this gotta be Winnie the Pooh.
I'm contemplating it, bro. When after I'm gonna do it, it's gotta be a funny way to do it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a funny way that also doesn't get you in trouble.
Skin colored tights. Bro,
I think everyone would just wear.
Nah,
look at
but
you weird,
even
be
that,
like,
you would think you want Mo wearing dark brown tights.
It has to be yellow.
And even then, Mo, you feel bold enough for yellow tights?
Or tights at all?
And a yellow long sleeve, and then just put the red shirt on top.
I don't know.
Just look like a Simpson.
Oh, you know what'd be even crazier? You come in, you make it like more like. I guess you make like a black Pooh Bear type of look, and you call him Woo Bear.
Ooh, that's kind of hell.
Woo Bear.
Oh shit.
And you just get sturdy on him.
Yo, off topic, people said that getting sturdy is the male equivalent to voguing. Do you know voguing? When they're like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like basically is.
But then when you see the mans get sturdy, they're like
Yeah, but then they
doing
do
all this
that
crazy this.
That's just the reverse. But yes, please be Winnie the Pooh. I will die of laughter.
I'd have to figure it out. Some nigga dressed up as Caillou, that's fucking jokes.
That's
Yo.
wild.
Caillou?
Cancer patients, that's wrong. Cancer
Right?
culture.
I'm just a kid is for.
Did they ever confirm that Caillou actually had cancer?
No, that's just a thing
we just said.
I think it's definitely a thing that we made up.
We're
That would be kind of crazy. That he's always
bad.
saying his age before the song. I'm like, oh man.
Damn.
I'm just a kid is for. Each day I grow some more.
There's a lot of things that people make up like about like cartoon stuff. There's one saying for Pokemon Ash was just like dreaming or whatever.
Oh, because the lightning in the first episode.
Yeah,
really
he was
killed
just
him?
passed out
Wild.
or he was dead or whatever, and that whole thing is just like.
Didn't they say some? There's Gravity Falls. Well, Gravity
Gravity
Falls
Falls
are.
is
Oh,
such a
they're
dope
attached
show.
to the Rick and
Oh,
Morty
'cause
universe.
They
It's,
are,
yeah.
and they are. Gravity Falls is.
Oh, so good.
There's another one where did you hear the leader of Team Rocket is actually Ash's dad?
Yeah.
And they sent Jesse and James after him to kind of push Ash to be a better Pokemon trainer.
Kind of freaking
What an
like Hunter
anime
Hunter
dad-
type thing is
That's
this.
an anime dad thing to do. If
I lie?
inherit.
Literally.
That sounds
Facts.
realistic.
I mean, Pokemon is the OG anime for a lot.
Well, I thought you were gonna say it's the worst anime.
No.
It's an OG for everybody.
It is.
All right, so we haven't figured out Mo's costume, but
He's gonna be Winnie the Pooh.
yo, when you figure out your costume, it has to be like the picture that we use for something.
Okay.
When we're talking, we gotta put Mo.
I'm dead.
Oh,
This
you
man's
mean
gonna
like for
edit
the
a
videos?
photo. This man's gonna edit a photo of Mo's head on him.
That's funny.
Yo, I'm weak. Anyways,
I
Let's
mean, we
wrap-
hit all the topics.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
wrap it up now.
let's wrap up our Halloween.
Mo, hit us with that intro. I mean, the outro. Damn.
Yo, it's my name is Moral Code, aka Modesty, aka Maury J. Blage, aka One Bizur. You know, I'm an artist from Toronto. If you want to check out my music, check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all that shit. If you're an artist from the GTA and you want to record music, hit me up and we'll make some tracks together.
And my name is SK, aka Glizzy McGuire, aka your favorite and first brown guy.
Jeez.
You can find me at Instagram on SHAMEDKHAN. It's not my government name, don't worry. And find my book From Hello to Hire, breaking the interview on Amazon and Kindle.
It's not my government
Not my
name.
government.
Not the Gubby.
It's not my gubby, fam.
Not my government.
Any yours?
This is key, you know, paper trail and witness protection program.
Jeez.
And it's been your boy Floyd, and you can hear me on the podcast on every platform at this point. You can find us at Instagram at 6 Enough, TikTok at 6 Enough. Make sure to show us some love on TikTok. You know, we're trying to push that out now.
Word.
So show us some love on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to try to stay active in any of our posts on Instagram so
Yeah,
you can get some
comment.
feedback, comments. You know, you can have a segment on the next podcast.
Send us topic ideas.
Send us topic ideas. You know, we're trying to get more interactive with our audience. So you know, if you want to, you know, get any sort of comments and interaction from us, hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on TikTok. You know, we're out here.
Podcast, but nothing podcast, but everything. Peace. Later.
Bye.
Bye.